All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Valsa Williams. The headlines: Army Chief says actions like surgical strike will be repeated if Pakistan continues to support proxy war against India. The 20th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Diwas is being celebrated today. Indian Embassy in Tehran gets consular access to 18 Indian nationals on board the British vessel seized by Iran last week. Flood situation grim in Assam and Bihar. And in Japan Open Badminton tournament, Sindhu and B Sai Praneeth to play their singles quarterfinal matches today. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat has said that clear intent and change in norms adopted by the political establishment and the Indian Army have sent a loud and clear message to Pakistan. Referring to the surgical strikes and the air strikes, Army Chief warned that the action will be repeated if Pakistan continues to support proxy war against India.
I think it has conveyed an intent to the Pakistan government and the Pakistan armed forces that there is a change in the norms that will be adopted by the political establishment in our country and by the Indian armed forces. The fact that we have not hesitated in crossing the line of control to take action against terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. We have also not hesitated in using air power. So I think a new norm has been established, and Pakistan has now realized that if they are going to continue with this kind of proxy war, and in case our troops are going to suffer casualties, or there is going to be any kind of major damage to our infrastructure, these kind of actions will be repeated.
Speaking to AIR correspondent in Diwas, General Rawat said the time has arrived to propose integrated battle group concepts to the government. The Army Chief said that integration of three armed forces during peacetime provides better coordination and yields results. Integration of a Special Operation Division along with Space Division and Cyber Agency are going to be in IBGs to take on the future challenges. Commenting on the security scenario in Kashmir, General Rawat said after stern action, terrorism has come down. The 20th anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Diwas is being celebrated today. The day is named after the successful Operation Vijay in 1999, when India regained control of the high outpost which had been taken over by stealth by Pakistan. The Kargil War was fought for more than 60 days and ended with India regaining control of all the previously held territory. The central theme of this year's celebrations is Remember, Rejoice and Renew. On the occasion, President Ramnath Kovind will visit the Kargil War Memorial in Diwas in Jammu and Kashmir and will pay homage to soldiers and officers of the Indian Army who were martyred during Operation Vijay. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lead the nation in paying homage to the soldiers in the national capital. The celebrations of the 20th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Diwas began in Delhi on the 14th of this month. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Army Chief General Bipin Rawat paid tributes to the martyrs at the National War Memorial, where a victory flame was illuminated. The victory flame traversed through 11 towns and cities and finally culminated at Diwas, where the flame was merged with the eternal flame at Kargil War Memorial. The main celebrations have been spread over 3 days, beginning yesterday. A commemoration ceremony is being organized at the Manekshaw Centre in New Delhi, where a panel discussion with the war veterans and serving officers will be conducted. The event will be followed by Kargil Vijay Diwas Evening, a cultural extravaganza at the Indira Gandhi Indoor Stadium tomorrow. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu paid respects to the brave soldiers of the Indian Army who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty to protect the nation during the Kargil War. In a tweet, Mr. Kovind said a grateful nation acknowledges the gallantry of the armed forces on the heights of Kargil in 1999. The President said the country salutes the grit and valor of those who defended India and records its everlasting debt to those who never returned. In a tweet, Mr. Naidu saluted all the heroes of the Kargil War and Operation Vijay who secured a valiant victory on the 26th of July 1999. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also paid tributes to the brave soldiers of the Indian Army who laid down their lives protecting their motherland. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said the day reminds us of the courage, bravery and dedication of our soldiers. During the Kargil war, Shekhawati region of Rajasthan gave a major contribution and many soldiers from the area made the supreme sacrifice for the nation. Out of total 67 soldiers from Rajasthan, more than half were from Jhunjhunu, Sikar and Churu districts of Shekhawati region. Naik Digendra Kumar, a resident of Jhalara village of Sikar district, was conferred the Mahavir Chakra for his act of bravery in the war. He was in the Cobra team which snatched Tolaling Hill from the Pakistan Army. He shares the memories of that day.
Shekhawati region of Rajasthan gave a major contribution in Kargil war. Total 67 soldiers martyred from Rajasthan in this war, among which more than half were from Jhunjhunu, Sikar and Churu district of Shekhawati region. Naik Digendra Kumar, resident of Jhalara village of Sikar district, has been conferred with the Mahavir Chakra for his acts of bravery in the Kargil war. Memorizing that day, he said,
12 जून को हमारी 2 कंपनी सामने से, 2 उनकी रिजर्व कंपनी थी और मैं कोबरा टीम में टीम कमांडर था और हम 10 आदमी रास्ता बांध के पीछे से छट गए और दुश्मन के बैंकरों के नजदीक जाकर के मेरे 9 साथी थे, उन्होंने 30 आदमियों को मार दिया.
Like Naik Digendra Kumar, there are many stories of bravery of the soldiers at almost every house of this region. Jitendra Dwivedi, EIR News, Jaipur.
Kargil Vijay Diwas is also being celebrated across various parts of the country. A report from our Dharwad correspondent.
To pay their homage to the martyrs and to take care of the interests of soldiers and their families, a civilian group of Dharwad started North Karnataka Sainik Welfare Association. It is an unique and first of its kind in the state. Founder Secretary Mr. Krishna Joshi recalls how the association came into existence.
Our association is working for soldiers' welfare. Our main motto is to aware students regarding soldiers, their service, their sacrifice, their patriotism.
North Karnataka Soldiers Welfare Association, in the memory of martyred soldiers, constructed Kargil Stupa in the year 2000. Stupa, which symbolizes India's victory over Pakistan forces, is unique in the country. Jayanti KY, AIR Dharwad.
The Indian Embassy in Tehran has got consular access to 18 Indian nationals who were on board the British vessel Stena Impero, which was seized by Iran last week. Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan, in a tweet last evening, said the Indian crew members are safe and doing fine. He said the government will continue to push for early release of the detained Indian nationals. The British oil tanker was seized last week by Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps in the Strait of Hormuz for alleged violation of international maritime rules. The Lok Sabha passed the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Bill 2019, commonly known as Triple Talaq Bill, by a voice vote yesterday. Replying to the debate on the bill, Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said it was important to bring in a law to ban instant triple talaq, as the practice is continuing in several parts of the country despite the 2017 Supreme Court verdict. He clarified that the bill is not against any community or religion and should not be seen through the prism of politics. The budget session of Parliament has been extended till the 7th of next month. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi informed this in the Lok Sabha yesterday. Sources said the Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs met in New Delhi last evening and took a decision in this regard. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The flood situation remains critical in many parts of Lower Assam. Chief Executive Officer of the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, Aruna Rajoria, said the situation is being constantly monitored by the district administrations, including Borpeta, Baksa, following the release of excess water by Bhutan from Kurishu Dam. She said that NDRF and SDRF teams are stationed in vulnerable areas. The CEO said water level in most rivers in Lower Assam is either showing a steady or falling trend. She appealed to people not to panic, adding that the administration is ready to face any situation. So far, 76 persons have died due to flood in Assam. In Bihar, the flood situation turned grim in Darbhanga and Sitamarhi districts. Surging water of Bagmati and Adhwara group of rivers have entered the urban areas of these districts. All blocks of Darbhanga district have been flooded. More from our correspondent.
In Darbhanga, Adhwara river is flowing 3.5 meters above the danger mark. Kosi, Bagmati and Mahananda rivers are maintaining rising trends and are flowing above the danger mark. Surging waters of Bagmati and Lakhande rivers have entered fresh areas of Sitamarhi. NDRF and SDRF are carrying out relief and rescue operations. 2 helicopters have been pressed into service to distribute relief materials. Over 22,000 people have taken shelter in 42 relief camps. Over 81 lakh people are reeling under the impact of flood spread over 12 districts. With KK Lal's report, Ankush Vats, AIR News.
In Uttar Pradesh, the Met Department has issued an alert for heavy to very heavy rain in the next 48 hours. The state is already witnessing heavy rains in many parts for the last 24 hours. A report.
After a dry spell of almost 1 week, monsoon is again active in the state. The torrential rain from last 24 hours in different parts of the state brought back a smile on farmers' face, as this rain is going to be beneficial for many crops. Although at least 13 people lost their life in the state in rain-related accidents. Most deaths occurred due to lightning, forcing the state government to issue an advisory regarding do's and don'ts during lightning strikes. In last 24 hours, highest rainfall was recorded in Meerut. Sushil Chandra AIR News, Lucknow.
The Earth-bound orbit of India's second lunar mission Chandrayaan-2 has further been raised early this morning in preparation of its journey to the south pole of the moon. The ISRO team carried out the orbit-raising maneuver by burning the engine on board the aircraft for 14 minutes 43 seconds. The National Space Agency has said all spacecraft parameters are normal. This is the second such maneuver since its launch on the 22nd of this month, the first being done on Wednesday. Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry has approved the construction of over 1,40,000 more affordable houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. The approval was given in the 45th meeting of the Central Sanctioning and Monitoring Committee in New Delhi yesterday. The ministry said a total of 492 projects with a cost of 6,642 crore rupees have also been approved in the meeting. In Japan Open Badminton Tournament, Olympic silver medalist PV Sindhu and B Sai Praneeth will play their singles quarterfinal matches in Tokyo today. In the women's singles, 5th seed Sindhu will face Japanese Akane Yamaguchi. Sai Praneeth will take on Indonesia's Tommy Sugiarto in the men's singles last 8 round. In the men's doubles event, the pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty will also play the quarter-final today against second-seeded local combination of Takeshi Kamura and Keigo Sonoda. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Valsa. Clearance of RTI and triple talaq bills receive prominent attention in the press. Lok Sabha okays talaq law. Rajya Sabha nod for RTI changes is the headline in the Asian Age. On the Karnataka situation, the Times of India reports, Karnataka Speaker disqualifies 3. MLAs may move Supreme Court today. Don't dare another Kargil, Park warned. The Tribune quotes Army Chief General Bipin Rawat as India commemorates 20 years of the Kargil War. Dhoni to guard military post in Kashmir, headlines The Pioneer. Former Indian cricket team captain MS Dhoni will be the first sportsperson to serve a stint on the front line, performing patrol duty with the army in August. 3 Indian origin MPs in new UK cabinet of Boris Johnson, the most ethnically diverse cabinet in British history, observes the Times of India. And finally, Tokyo 2020 medal designer basks in fame, states the Hindu, of Japanese graphic designer Kawanishi, who designed the Olympic medals from recycled metals. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Army Chief says actions like surgical strike will be repeated if Pakistan continues to support proxy war against India. The 20th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Diwas is being celebrated today. Indian Embassy in Tehran gets consular access to 18 Indian nationals on board the British vessel seized by Iran last week. Flood situation grim in Assam and Bihar. And in Japan Open Badminton Tournament, PV Sindhu and B Sai Praneeth to play their singles quarterfinal matches today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.